Hi Taurus, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast. This is for the week of February 4th through February 10th, 2019. So Taurus, this week we have the Chinese New Year and the new moon goes into Aquarius. So I'm going to do a little bit of fun stuff at the end of the video just for the Chinese New Year. So Taurus, let's see what the overall focus is for you guys this week, the area of your life. All right, 6th house. So this has to do with your everyday, very focused on your routines. It could be wanting a change, could be a change just kind of happening out of nowhere. But this to me is feeling like you, this week, there's a higher version of yourself, a different version of yourself overall, or some place within you where you're just like, you know what, I really want a change. I don't want the same thing anymore. I'm done. That's how I feel, Taurus. Like you're done. So let's pull another card here. All right, Elder. Yeah, Taurus, there's something really shifting inside of you this week. It could be any area of your life, really, with the 6th house, very strongly with work, habits, routines, things like that. But this right here, you are feeling something inside. Your soul is really speaking to you. You feel this pulling, this urge, this feeling, this knowing about something, whether it's, you know, what you want or what you don't want. You have to apply this message how it fits, but you feel that inside. There's something telling you, Taurus, nope, I know that you want to go right, but let's go left. Let's go left. And there is somebody who's going to dispense some advice to you this week, or you're going to seek out some advice, maybe talking to a friend, a family member, or, you know, just somebody that you really respect and admire, or you're just having this normal conversation. You didn't even like go for advice. You're just having this normal conversation, and the words they say, like, it's just, it may be so random, but it really speaks to you, and it makes things in your head really click. So let's see, Taurus, let's pull some tarot on this. Oh yeah, because look at that. Page of Wands in this position, Phoenix rising from the ashes. I'm ready to turn in a new direction. I want a new experience. I'm tired of the same old thing over and over and over. That's exactly that card right there. Yeah, and I can't hold it anymore. I'm going to speak my truth. Your soul, Taurus, gosh, it's when your intuition is bothering you so much that you can't even turn away from it. It's like that gnawing feeling at you. And whatever this is for you personally, you can't ignore it anymore this week. It's almost as though you have to make a decision finally. Yeah, because look, now we have the Devil card. But in this position, it's like the energy is not quite as intense. So we could have a fire sign involved in this, Aries, Leo, Sag. We could have a Virgo. We could have a Capricorn. And now here is your energy, Taurus, coming out under this Page of Wands. And in this position, this is where you see things for what they are. Your vision is crystal clear. There's no confusion, and you might even be a little bit angry about the things that unfold or are revealed to you this week, or you find out that this intuitive feeling you've been having is absolutely spot on. Yeah, because under the Hermit, we have the Four of Swords in this position, and this is where you cannot keep going the way you have been. Something has got to change. There's no more energy and strength left in you. If you, man, okay. Two of Cups. So this is definitely involving another person, a friend, a romance, a family member, somebody in the workplace, a big decision that you have to make that involves another person. Definitely another person involved. But Taurus, something has to change. Something has to give. And if you're making choices to improve yourself, to improve your situation, to improve your life, but somebody really isn't on board with that, Taurus, you've got to, it doesn't matter what they think or feel. You have got to live your life for you. And I almost get the sense of where you have really been this elder energy to maybe somebody else, or you were the stronger energy in a relationship, whether friend, family member, romance, doesn't matter. It's like you were giving more, being more, and now you're just at this point where if something doesn't shift, if something doesn't change, you're like, what's the point? There's no point, because I can't, like, you're at that place where even if you want to, you can't anymore. It's just, there's not anything in you. It's something has to change, and you feel that, you know that. So let's pull a crystal chakra dice and see which chakra is coming out here. All right. Whoa. We have the third eye. Oh my gosh, Taurus, third eye. What is third eye? That intuition, that inner knowing, that inner vision, where just like we talked about at the very start of this, where your soul is telling you and you just, I don't know, you don't want to hear it. Or you just didn't feel like you could, like, whatever's coming to you, you don't like what you have to do in return. So if this is about, let's say, a romantic relationship, coming into the realization that you might not really be compatible with your partner, that's like, you know it, and you may have been knowing this for a while, but you are trying to push past those incompatibilities, and now you're finally to the point of utter and total exhaustion because the incompatibility is too much. All right. And it could go like ebb and flow, where we're in this really good flow and things are well, but then it starts ebbing and it's just, it's horrible. It's atrocious. You all of a sudden are the dominant energy, picking up all the slack, carrying the majority of the weight, the responsibility, whatever that is. And Taurus, you cannot anymore. You're exhausted. Your intuition, your dreams, synchronicities, signs, all of it is telling you, you know, what you need to hear, what you need to know about whatever the situation is for you personally. So let's see. All right, that is, all right, that's a 5. And that's on your Hierophant, which is also card 5. What is the number 5 about? Changes. Something must change. So to me, that's, let's pull 5 clarifiers about you specifically, like you needing to turn in a new direction and, you know, shed some things. And this could be a job, this could be a relationship of some kind, this could just be really bad behaviors, routines, and habits that you know need to change for the betterment of yourself. So let's see, Taurus. Okay. Okay, so we had the Deception card fly out. And you know what? With the Hierophant in this position, it's like if you were trying to not see the truth or trying to not see the light, it's just, you can't ignore it this week. It's just so blatantly obvious and in your face that you're like, okay, I've got to face it. And look at this forgiveness. Taurus, you've really been putting up with some stuff that you do not deserve, that you don't need to tolerate. Wherever this is taking place in your life, you don't need to put up with this. Like, they should be asking for your forgiveness. They should be apologizing to you instead of, you know, acting like they have the upper hand in things, and like you are at some loss if they, you know, just kind of left you. You would be at a loss emotionally, but in every other way, based on these cards, it's like you are the stronger element here. You've been carrying so much more of the weight, the burden on your back, and it's like they try to flip the script on you. No, they should be apologizing to you. Reinvention, yep. Taurus, like I said, something has got to change. Something has got to give, and it's happening inside of you. Return, and stuck. Yep. Taurus, listen. It's now with these 5 coming out to clarify. I see a cycle here. This is either a cycle you go through in your mind about a circumstance or a situation, or this is an actual cycle you keep going through with a person, friend, family member, lover, coworker, whatever, where it's when it's good and we're flowing, but then when it starts unraveling, it's just like this explosion, this nightmare. Things are said and done that are just unforgivable, and you know, because you have so much emotion involved, or there's just some element of you that feels such an obligation, you're very inclined that when things start to fall apart like that, to hold on strong and try to make everything better, and, you know, maybe even take on more responsibility about things than you should. So it's almost like you are the only string holding this all together, and when you finally just let it go, it completely unravels, and you are no longer stuck. Because it's like, if this is a person, a relationship, it's like things blow up, and then you get really upset, and you finally get to the point of, all right, I'm done with this, it's over. And then here they come around all sweet, and, you know, oh, I'm so sorry, Taurus, and I just don't know, and, you know, turn it into some trauma that's happened to them, and, oh, I was just having a really bad day, and you know how I am, and I didn't mean it, like trying to come back in. And then here you are stuck because your heart wants to mend and believe that maybe this time, you know, we're going to be okay. But the truth is, it's just going to be the same thing over and over and over again. You know, the number 5, something has got to change, and that's happening inside of you, Taurus. Something is changing inside of you, where if it's been the same circumstance over and over, it's got to shift in you. If this is something that's kind of just happening inside of your head, where you feel really empowered, motivated, and excited for a new direction or big time change, but then like something happens and you kind of slip back into that old, you know, feeling a bit hopeless, like, oh, nothing's ever going to get better, it doesn't matter what I do, I'm stuck here. No, you definitely can shift out of this, whether it's a cycle that plays out in your mind, or this is a situation in your life, or a relationship with somebody. It's definitely time to change, and Spirit's going to give you a lot of advice and counsel on how to do that. You are feeling it. It's like you can't turn away from the signs and synchronicities this week, Taurus. So let's get some advice for you about this. All right, my emotions move through cycles and connect me to my truth. That could not be any better said based on this advice. Taurus, do not let your emotions for a person, a situation, a cause, you know, history, all of that, don't let that keep you really sucked into something that is not good for you. And recognize that even though you will feel sadness emotionally by, you know, the shift that needs to take place, that emotion will pass. It's like this is really holding you back and holding you down, and you deserve better than that. So, you know, those are your messages for this week. They're kind of deep and intense, and I'm sorry, you know, they just come as they are. So hopefully this will help, you know, guide you a bit through anything like this that you may be facing. So with that said, Taurus, for the Chinese New Year, let's shift gears to something a bit more fun. And we're going to pull a card to see which full moon in 2019 is the luckiest moon and or time for you this year. So let's see. Okay, we got the Aries full moon, and Aries full moon is in September. So Taurus, in September, things are really looking good for you. There's magic unfolding, there's manifesting happening, and again, we're not going to dig deep into that, but this is just Spirit's way of saying, listen, Taurus, in September, things are going to get really good, and, you know, just go through the motions, do what you got to do. It's not to say that, you know, the rest of the year isn't going to be good, but there's something very special and magical around that Aries full moon period for you guys. So since it is the Chinese New Year, I thought I would do a little fortune cookie for everybody. And so let's see, Taurus, we got, you will obtain your goal if you maintain your course. Oh my goodness, that could not be any more perfect for this entire reading. Taurus, stand your ground, stick to your guns. What needs to go, and your intuition has totally been telling you the entire time. So really listen to it. All right, so Taurus, those are your messages. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care.